Adam, thank you so much as always to all the team at Emerald Necklace who have put these events together. My name is Lloyd Hawthorn. It's been an honor and a pleasure for me to be able to work over this last month to put this little series together. So if you're joining us for the first time tonight, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Those of you who have been working through the series with me, again, thank you so much for joining. If you have been working through the series with me, what I'm going to do is continue to work through some of the shapes that we've worked with in our practice up until now. And we'll build into some other things as well. I've got a fun little exercise that we're going to do to work on our dexterity tonight. So just something to throw in there. So if you're wearing socks tonight and you come and eventually get to standing at the top of the mat, I'm just going to encourage you to take your socks off, just so we can work through that little dexterity exercise. We're going to work with our feet a little bit tonight as well. Alrighty, team. I did a little show and tell right at the beginning of the series of some things that you can use around your house in regards to little items that might support your practice. If you're using any props that support your practice, please do so. If not, if you don't have access to those sort of things, some of the things that you might like to use from around the house, you could use something like a belt instead of a strap. You could use a pillow or a cushion, which is a really, really nice thing as a bolster to put in underneath your seat or put in underneath your knee for a little cushioning anytime we bring the knee down onto the mat. You also like to use a blanket that you can fold up or open up, or depending on how you use that as well. Instead of using blocks, other little items that you can use around the house to add a block, a little element, which allows you to elevate the floor just a little further away from you, is something like a book, just to give yourself a little space. All righty, team. Most importantly, I want you to listen to your body tonight as you work through your practice and just enjoy yourself. Have a little fun. I'm a big believer that there's 23 hours of the rest of the day that you can be serious. Just take this time for yourself. All righty, team. With that in mind, I'll let Adam go ahead and spotlight me there just so everybody can see me clearly on their screen. And we're going to start tonight lying down on our back. So come and join me in a shape lying down on your back. The shape that I'm going to offer here this evening is called Badakanasana. So bring the soles of your feet to touch and let the knees splay out wide. Now, if that's not comfortable here in the body, it can open up into the inner hips. Any other variation with the legs that works here in your practice is beautiful. You can extend the legs long out in front of you like a little Shavasana shape. You can bring the soles of the feet down onto the mat with the knees bent. Another lovely shape that I like is to bring your feet to the outside edges of the mat and then drop your knees into the midline. What that does is allows you to find a nice little separation through the lower spine. For tonight's purpose, bring your right hand onto your belly and your left hand onto your chest. If they're not already, close your eyes. Just take this time here for yourself. The challenging things about practicing at this time of the day is that you've had a full day's events to occupy the mind. So I just want you to relax. Take this time for yourself. Yoga is simply a practice of connections. So as you settle here into your space, do a little scan of your physical body. Without judgment, just recognize where you might be holding tension, tightness, soreness in the body. Maybe parts of the body that you would like to work into or open up into. Might also be injuries or illnesses or conditions that you're carrying in the body. Again, don't judge any of those things. Just recognize that they're part of you. They make you beautiful exactly the way that you are. Bring the awareness to the breath. Breathe in and out through the nose. Just feel the air entering and leaving your lungs. Sensation of the breath. And again, without judgment, just check in emotionally. How do you feel today? There's no right or wrong answer with that. The way we feel emotionally can greatly affect our physical practice, the way we move, where our mind takes us. So never have expectations for the physical practice. Just allow yourself to be. Exhale any air from the lungs. Nice and slowly and with control, inhale. Make the belly as big as you can, so you can feel the right hand gently rise. Pull the breath up into the chest. Feel the left hand expand, right up into the collarbones and the back of your throat, and pause. Slowly as you inhale, back out through the nose, exhale. Find a nice control of the breath here. Might start to feel the core awaken or engage as you control the exhale of the breath. And then at the bottom of the breath, pull the belly button up and in, really emptying through the lungs. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, deeper and fuller. Keep inhaling, keep inhaling, keep inhaling, keep inhaling, and pause. Slowly, slowly back out through the nose, exhale. As you exhale and control the breath, you might start to feel or hear a little whispering sound in the back of the throat. That's the Ujjayi breath, the breath of yoga. This breath is designed to warm the body from the inside and also build energy into the body. One more time, inhale. Make this the biggest, deepest, fullest, the most expansive breath of your day so far. Pause. Slowly, slowly again, back out through the nose. Exhale. The bottom of your breath, find your own breath. Breathe in and out through the nose. Find a nice even breath with the length of the exhales match the length of the inhales and vice versa. Think of your breath being a 4 to 5 count on both the inhale and the exhale. Just find this beautiful even breath that we can maintain throughout the practice. When it feels good here for you, using either the strength of the legs or the hands to guide them. If they're not already, pull the knees together. Then pull the knees into the chest and just give them a nice tight squeeze. We call this Apanasana in yoga, the shape. This is a nice little release of tension away from the lower spine. Just enjoy the shape. This next part of the practice, you can keep your eyes closed all the way through our movements and our poses and our transitions, if that feels good in the body. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, lower the soles of your feet down onto the mat. Tee out your arms. Shimmy your hips a little closer to the right edge of your mat, and then drop both knees to the left for a nice little supine twist to open up into the lower part of the body. Extend the right arm away to the right, and then add on here if that feels good in the body. You might like to bring your left hand to the right knee, the right hip, or the right side of your right leg. You might like to send your gaze or the intention of the gaze with your eyes closed towards the extended right arm. Keep breathing. The tendency when we twist is to shorten the breath or even hold the breath. See if you can consciously lengthen the breath. As you work through the stretches in your practice here this evening, I want you to think of this concept. Each time you inhale, creating space in the body. Each time you exhale, just gently moving into the space. It won't be anything you can see, just something you can feel in the body. Inhale brings you back up in the center. Pull both knees back into the chest. And just neutralize the spine. Just give the knees another nice tight squeeze. When it feels good for you, on an exhale, we'll simply switch out sides. Lower the soles of the feet down. Tee out the arms. Shimmy the hips to the left, and then drop the knees to the right. And find the pressure of the right hand on the left side of the body, if that feels nice. Reaching the left arm away from you. The beautiful thing about this shape is you can manipulate the body as you need to. If you're putting the pressure on the left side of the body with the right hand, that'll deepen the sensation of the stretch in the lower spine, the outer hip area. You're consciously softening the left shoulder down and reaching a little further with the left arm. You'll find a little bit more space across the chest, the collarbone. Some more space into the upper spine. I'm a big believer that no one knows your body like you do. So just manipulate the body as feels best for you. And with the breath, inhale, brings you back up in the center. Take your time. Pull the knees back into the chest and give them another nice tight squeeze. Beautiful, everybody. When it feels good here, just lower the soles of the feet down onto the mat with the knees bent. Interlace your fingers right up into the webbings and then cup the back of your head with the palms of your hands. Pull the elbows toward one another. Take a nice inhale. On the exhale, then pull your chin towards your chest. The chest elevated. And then add on here as you need to. I like to pull the chin gently from side to side. So a lovely stretch through the back of the neck area. Or depending on where you hold your tension. Might feel this between the shoulder blades, across the top of the shoulders, the middle spine, the upper spine. Make it feel good here in your body. So many of us right now, we spend a lot of our day hunched over our devices. This is a lovely counter stretch to the tension that we build in that part of the body. Inhale. The exhale, release the back of the head back down onto the mat. Very nicely. Reach the arms forward. Keep the knees bent. Separate your feet, hips width distance apart. And just see that you can touch the back of the heels with your fingertips, with your best effort. Finding a little engagement here in the lower part of the body with your breath. Inhale, bridge pose. Drive through your heels. Lift your hips towards the ceiling. Exhale. Soften your hips back down onto the mat. Really nice, everybody. We'll do that 3 more times with the breath. Inhale, drive through the heels. Lift the hips nice and high. Exhale, slowly, slowly with the full exhale. Lower the hips all the way back down onto the mat. Love everybody. 2 more times. Drive through the heels. Inhale. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Lift your chest a little higher. Full exhale as slowly as your body allows. Lower the hips all the way down. Looking great, team. 1 more time with your breath. Inhale. Drive the hips towards the ceiling. And this one will hold. A few different options here. Here is perfect. You might like to slide something in underneath your lower spine for a little support, a little bit more restorative. Or you can add on here by interlacing the hands in underneath the lower spine. Rolling the shoulder blades a little further in underneath your chest. Then pushing the chest just a little higher towards the ceiling. Again, eyes open or eyes closed. I've kept my eyes closed this whole time. Love to practice with my eyes closed. Just allows me to be present in my body. Really understanding the body, moving into the shapes that feel good for you. Wherever you are, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, release any little grip, bind, or prop that you have, and slowly lower the hips back down onto the mat. Really nice, everybody. Pull the knees back into the chest. This is the last time we'll take this shape as we lie down here on our back. This time, bring the hands to the back of your hamstrings or in behind your knees and start to find a rock and roll the full length of your mat. All the way from the tailbone right through to the base of the neck, just allowing the body to find space. When it feels good here for you, rock and roll yourself all the way up into a little seat at the top of your mat. Wonderful, everybody. When you get there, extend your legs nice and long out in front of you and just give them a little shake. I'm going to turn to face the camera so you can see where we're working here. I'm going to find a pose called Sukhasana, so a simple crisscross of the legs. Start with your right shin in front of your left. Now, for a lot of us, we might have our ankles closer together with the knees wide. I want you to see if you can bring yourself into a little bit more of a box shape here. So the ankles, the knees, and the shoulders, all in basic alignment here. Flex at your ankles. If you're tight here into the hips, you could slide a pillow or a cushion underneath the hips to give yourself a little bit more space. Inhale, find a nice long spine. Extend out through the side body. On the exhale, start to hinge at your hips and lean forward. Now, where you bring your hands is entirely up to you. Hands can come down beside you. That'll give you a little support. Or you could also use those as leverage, pushing into the surface. If you have more space, you could bring the hands out in front of you. Maybe the forearms or the forehead comes down, or depending on where your flexibility is at. Another variation I like is actually to use my thumbs and then push the thumbs right into the hip crease. You'll find just a little bit more separation through that part of the body. Keep breathing. Really nice, team. With your breath, inhale, brings you back up in the center. Again, with your breath, inhale, reach the arms nice and high towards the ceiling. Extend out through the side body. On your exhale, bring your left hand to the right knee or the right side of the body. Bring your right hand back behind you and twist. Keep your chest elevated. Feels nice here with the eyes open or closed. Maybe you can send your gaze all the way over your right shoulder, your back shoulder. Keep the spine long. Keep your chest elevated. Keep working the breath here. Again, this concept of inhaling to find space. The exhale, moving just a little deeper into the space. Pretty nice, everybody. Keep your twist. Take an inhale. On the exhale, now turn your gaze forward and then maybe all the way over your left shoulder. So you're working through the full axis of the spine now. Keep breathing. Pull the belly button nice and tight each time you exhale. At the same time, keep the chest elevated. Use the strength of your left hand here to pull the left shoulder just a little closer to the right side of your root. Looking great, team. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, gently release. Beautiful. Switch out the cross of your legs, however you make that happen. So the left shin now comes in front of the right. Settle here into your space. The side will feel a little different. Inhale, find a long spine. On the exhale again, hinge at the hips and fold. Find the variation that works in your body. Hands down beside you, out in front of you. Again, this option to bring the thumbs to the hip creases. It's one that I like. Just pushing firmly into the hip creases. And just finding the extra separation through the hip joint. Just breathe. And relax into the shape. It tends to happen when we stretch, as we put effort, we grab hold of something and we pull. The more you relax, the deeper you'll be able to get into the shape. Be nice, everybody. With the inhale, bring yourself back up in the center. Beautiful. Again, with the inhale, reach the arms nice and high. Lift up and out of the side body. On the exhale, twist to the left. So the right hand comes to the left side of your body. Maybe it's to the left knee, the left hip, or down towards the mat. Left hand comes behind you. Keep your chest elevated. Pull the belly button in. You might even hear little creaks or cracks in the spine. It's like your own self-chiropractic session. Feels nice here. Again, gaze over your left shoulder. Eyes can be open or closed. Each time you exhale, see if you can squeeze the core just a little tighter. Anytime we twist, anytime we engage into the midline of the body, so giving the organs, the ability here to detox. We can all do with a little detoxing. Lovely, team, keep your twist. All you're moving is your head. Inhale. On the exhale, turn your gaze forward. And then maybe all the way over the right shoulder if that's accessible in the body, and only if it feels good. Let go of the ego. Just move into the shapes that feel good in your body. Keep breathing. Really nice, everyone. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, release. Beautiful. Shake out the arms, shake out the shoulders. Roll any part of the body that feels good. And then when it does here, we're going to come onto all fours in the tabletop. So you can slide the legs out to the side, or you can roll over your knees and come onto all fours. However you make that happen is perfect. Push the hands firmly down into the mat. curl the toes under at the back. See that your index finger is facing forward at 12 o'clock. Straighten your arms. Wrap your tricep back so the eye of the elbow is facing forward. And then with the breath, inhale, shift forward. As far forward in front of the wrist as your body allows. On the exhale, sit your hips right back towards your heels. And this one will hold. What you might feel here is a nice little stretch through the underside of the foot. What we're opening there is the plantar fascia. Very nice, everybody. And then working those two shapes with the breath. Inhale, shift forward. Keep shifting forward, keep shifting forward. No end goal. Exhale, shift back. Hips right back towards the heels. 2 more times like that. Inhale, shift forward. Keep shifting forward. Exhale, shift back. Last time, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Beautiful. Adding on. Inhale, shift forward. And this time, start to take some circles here to the left. Push the hands nice and firm into the mat. Keep the arms nice and straight and strong. Then I want you to incorporate as much of the body here as you can. The knees, the ankles, the hips, the spine, the neck. These circles might start off a little smaller. As the body continues to warm and open, start to find your range of motion here tonight. Let's move into the shapes that feel good in your body. And wherever you are, we're here for 3, 2, and 1. Nice, everybody. Come back into the neutral position. Again, shift forward as far forward as you can. And start to take the circles to the right or just the opposite direction you were working with. In yoga, we call these movements sahaja movements, just free movement of the body. And again, you might like to find this concept of closing the eyes and just literally moving into the shapes that feel good for you. Maybe you identify places of tension or tightness or soreness and just work a little deeper into those shapes. Whatever you're doing is perfect. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Nice, everybody. Come back in the center. Straighten the arms, wrap the triceps back, push out through the shoulder blades. Tuck your pelvis under, pull the belly button in. So you get this nice little activation in the core. Here is perfect. If you would like to add on, see if you can just hover your knees up off the mat just by an inch. Keep the core engaged wherever you are. Hold it strong for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, shift forward. On the exhale, send your hips back and up into our first downward facing dog of the practice. Really nice, everybody. Adjust the length of the stance as you need to. Wherever you are, separate your feet hips width distance apart. And then with your breath, inhale, come as high as you can on the ball mount of your toes. On the exhale, see if you can just soften the heels a little closer towards the mat. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, high on the ball mount of the toes. Exhale, soften the heels a little closer to the mat. Last time, inhale, high on the ball mount of the toes. Exhale, soften the heels a little closer to the mat. And this one will hold. Here is perfect. Or maybe you like extra movement in the body. You might like to pedal out the legs, drop the hips from side to side, nod and shake the head. Just enjoy being in this shape. Make it feel good in your body. And once you feel like you have all the movement out of the shape, settle into the pose. Nice strong hands, nice long arms, hips are nice and high. My friends, a little tighter in the back line of the body. You might like to bend the knees and push the hips just a little higher towards the ceiling. Wherever you are, inhale, high on the ball mount of your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. On the exhale, walk or step your feet towards the back of your wrists. Separate your feet just a little wider than your hips. Take a nice bend into your knees and let your belly and your chest snuggle down in between your thighs. Find opposite hands to opposite elbows. And then find any little sway here in the body that releases tension away from the lower spine. Just make it feel good. If the body's a little higher, take a little deeper bend into the knees. Just allow yourself to find space. Really nice, everybody. Wherever you are with control, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, release the hands towards the mat. Beautiful. With your breath and with control, inhale, roll yourself up into standing. Really nice, everybody. When you get there, have a little look at your feet and separate your feet hips width distance apart. See that your feet are like train tracks. Instead of pigeon-toed or with the heels turned in, the seat of the feet are nice and straight towards the front of your space. Beautiful. Bring the arms down beside you. Take a nice deep inhale. Feel the belly, the chest, the collarbones right up in the back of your throat. And then open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Have a little look at your feet. This is where we're going to work into a little dexterity exercise here. As you look at your feet, lift all the toes up off the mat and spread your toes as wide as you can. Really nice. And then with control, see if you can lower just the pinky toe down onto the mat. Keep the other 4 toes lifted and keep the toes spread. Nice, everybody. And then lift the pinky toe up. Beautiful. Now see if you can drop just the big toe down to the mat. Really nice, everybody. See if you can lift just the big toe up. Keep the toes nice and spread. Now see if you can lower the pinky toe and the toe next to it down on the mat. Just give it your best effort. You're doing great. Now lift those 4 toes up. Now see if you can lower just the big toe and the toe down beside it down onto the mat. I know that one's really difficult, right? And then lift those 2 toes up. This one's the most difficult of all. See if you can lower just the middle toe down onto the mat. Yes, so good, everybody. And then lift that middle toe up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Nice, everybody. Close the eyes. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Lower the toes back down onto the mat. And we'll start to work towards our little flow tonight. Inhale, reach the arms nice and high towards the ceiling. See your palms touch. On the exhale, release the hands down towards the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, find a nice long spine. This one will hold for the first one. Keep the belly button in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the spine nice and long. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, plant your hands down and step your feet all the way to the back of your mat. And our first little strength pose here in plank. The modification here is to simply lower your knees down onto the mat. Wrap your triceps back, look forward, shift forward. As slowly as your arms allow, bend the arms and lower the whole body down onto the mat. Really nice, team. When you get there, uncurl the toes. Bring the tops of the feet down onto the mat. And send your arms down beside you with the palms facing down. Lower your forehead down onto your mat. And then with your breath, inhale. Lift the chest up off the mat. Squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the glutes, push the tops of the feet down. Exhale slowly in control. Just lower the forehead down onto the mat. Beautiful, team. That's option 1. Option 2, inhale, lift the chest up. Maybe you lift the hands up off the mat, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chest a little higher. Exhale slowly and controlled, lower everything back down. That's option 2. This last one, find your variation. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the hands. Maybe you lift the feet here as well. Squeeze the glutes tight. Exhale, lower everything back down. Beautiful, everybody. Bring your hands back beside your floating ribs. Curl your toes under. Push the knees firmly into the mat. Straighten your arms in the tabletop. And then send your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Really nice, everybody. Inhale, come high on the ball mound of your toes. Bend your knees and look forward. On the exhale, this time travel your feet to the front of your mat. So your feet are in between your thumbs. Walk it there, step it there, hop it there if you have that in your practice. Inhale, find a nice long spine. Exhale, fold just a little deeper. Inhale, stand, reach, see your palms touch above you. On the exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. Really nice, everybody. Inhale, reach the arms high. Extend the side body, see your palms touch. On the exhale, forward fold. Release the hands down towards the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, find a nice long spine. Exhale, lower the palms down onto the mat. Step back in the plank pose. Toes or knees as the foundation. Look forward, shift forward. As slowly as your arms allow, lower the whole body down onto the mat. Beautiful, team. Just like we did before, uncurl the toes, tops of the feet down, hands down beside the hips, palms are facing down. Inhale, elevate the chest. Exhale, lower the forehead back down with control. 2 more times, add on or take away as you need to. Option 2, inhale, lift the chest up. Maybe you add in the arms as well, like you're flying. Exhale, soften everything back down onto the mat. Looking great, everybody. Last time, inhale, elevate the chest, maybe the arms, maybe the feet as well. Exhale, slowly lowers everything down. So good, everybody. Hands come back down onto the mat beside your floating ribs. Curl the toes under. Tabletop, like we did the first time. Or if you're working towards a little extra strength here, you can straighten the arms in the plank and send the hips into downward facing dog. So nice, team. One more time, just like that. Inhale, high on the toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, travel your feet to the front of your space. Inhale, find your version of your long spine. On the exhale, forward fold. Maybe you can find just a little bit more length from the back line of the body. Drive through the heels. Inhale, stand. Take the full inhale. See your palms touch. Exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. Beautiful, everybody. Inhale, reach the arms high, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold, release the hands down. Inhale, find a long spine. Belly button is tight. Exhale, plant the palms down. Step back in the plank pose. Toes or knees. I'll do this one from my knees. Look forward, shift forward. Slowly, slowly, lower the chest down. Arms come back like wings with your breath. Inhale, elevate the chest. Exhale, soften it down. Again, add on or take away as you need to. Inhale, elevate the chest. Option 2, maybe you fly the arms. Exhale, lowers it down. Inhale, find your version of the back bend. Maybe it's the chest, maybe it's the arms, maybe it's the legs as well. Exhale, lowers it down. Beautiful, everybody. Bring the hands back beside the floating ribs. Curl the toes under. Tabletop or plank, straighten your arms, and meet me in downward facing dog. Really nice, everybody. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, come high on the ball mound of your toes. Let your knees spread wide, and gently soften the knees down onto the mat and push back into child's pose. Just take a moment here for yourself. This is a lovely part of the practice. If it feels nice, you could grab a little drink or towel off. If you've lost the breath, come back to the breath. The mind is wandering, allow yourself to come back to your place of presence. Really nice, everybody. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. When it feels good in your body, push the hands firmly into the mat, curl the toes under, and send the hips back and up into downward facing dog. Beautiful, team. Let's add on here. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Nice. Inhale your right leg high. And then bend your knee and open your hip. Come high on the ball down of your left toes. Look forward, shift forward. You can step your right foot down beside your right thumb. Now, how you get it there is perfect. If it ended up a little short, you can use the right hand here to help the right foot forward. When it gets there, peel your left heel down. Find heel to arch alignment. So the heel of your right foot to the arch of your back foot. With your breath, inhale, warrior 2. Opens you up to the left side of your space. Beautiful, everybody. See that your right toes are facing forward at 12 o'clock. Your right knee and your right hip are all facing in the same direction. Squeeze the glutes tight, core is nice and engaged, arms are strong, shoulders are stacked nicely over the hips. Inhale. Exhale, side angle. Bring your right forearm to your thigh and sweep the left arm across your body. Nice, team. You'll see that I've got this long line of energy that comes from my outer left ankle and reaches out through my fingertips. There's 1,000 different variations you can do with your arms here. Excuse me, find the one that works best here in your body. Wherever you are, lift up and out of this left armpit, lift up and out of the left chest. I know this right leg's starting to talk to you, doing great. Keep the legs, don't change them. Inhale, reverse warrior. Your right arm reaches up and back. Keep bending into this right knee. Lengthen through this right arm. So you're finding length and space through the right side of your body. Looking great, everyone. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, cartwheel your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Roll onto the ball mount of your left toes. With your breath, inhale, reach your right arm nice and high towards the ceiling. Lift up and out of the right side body. High on the left toes. Can you straighten your left leg just a little bit more? So nice, team. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, lower your right hand down and step your right foot back into downward facing dog. Find the movement you need, settle into the pose, and we'll simply take this to the other side. So with your breath, inhale your left leg high. Bend your knee, open your head. Come high onto the right toes, look forward, shift forward, and with your best effort, see if you can step your left foot right down the middle of your mat. Again, how you get it there is perfect. Peel your right heel down. Again, find this alignment of heel of your left foot to the arch of your right foot. And then with your breath, inhale warrior two, open you up to the right side. Think of this inner left thigh twisting forward. This inner right thigh twisting back, and feel that extra engagement of the glutes. With the arms, see that your wrists are almost slightly above your shoulder height, and then relax the shoulders away from you. Keep the arms engaged, like you're trying to touch the back of the room and the front of the room at the same time. Inhale. Exhale, left forearm to the thigh, sweep the right arm across the body. And I like the variation of dropping the arm down. What that does, it takes any impingement out of the shoulder joint, just to protect through the shoulder joint. Lift up and out of the right shoulder, lift up and out of the right chest. Keep extending with this right arm, like you're trying to touch something that you can't quite reach. Really nice, everybody. Keep the legs with your breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. Your left arm reaches up and back. This right hand works nicely down the outside edge of the right leg. Keep lifting up and out of this left chest. So if you're working into a back bend here, turn the chest just a little bit more to the side. So you're getting all the length through the left side of your body. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel this back hand, your right hand, to the inside of your left foot. Roll onto the ball mount of your right toes. And then with your breath, inhale, twist. Left arm comes nice and high. Lift up and out of the left side body. Twist through the chest. Imagine you're trying to touch the right side of the room with the back of your left hand. So you're really working through the spine here. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down and step your left foot back into downward facing dog. Really lovely, everybody. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. So nice. It's our second little flow here tonight. So we'll do this with the breath. Inhale your right leg high, bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, come high on the left toes and step your right foot beside your right thumb. Again, how you get it there is perfect. Take your time. Peel the left heel down. Inhale, warrior two. Opens you up to the left side. Exhale, side angle. Right forearm to the thigh. Sweep the left arm across the body. See if you can keep the legs. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Roll onto the ball mount of your left toes. Inhale, simple twist. Your right arm comes nice and high. Lift up and out of the right chest. Exhale, plant your right hand down and step back into downward facing dog. Lovely, everybody. Let's take this to the left side. Inhale the left leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, high on the right toes, look forward, shift forward, step your left foot down in between your thumbs. Take your time, no rush. Peel the right heel down. Inhale, warrior two, opens you up to the right side of your room. Exhale, side angle. This left forearm reaches towards the thigh. Sweep the right arm across the body or move into the shape that works for you. Inhale, reverse warrior. Find this lovely stretch through the left side of your body. Looking so good, everyone. Exhale, cartwheel the right hand to the inside of your left foot. Roll on the ball mat of your right toes. Inhale, twist. Left arm reaches nice and high. Exhale, plant your left hand down and step back into downward facing dog. So good, team. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale, come high on the ball mat of your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. On the exhale, travel your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, find a long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Reach the arms nice and high. See your palms touch. On the exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. Lovely, everybody. I'm just going to work through a little balance option here in the body. We're going to start with a very approachable variation of a balance. Then we're going to work into another pose here tonight called tree pose or Shavasana. We're going to start with our right leg as our foundation. Bring the arms down beside you. Now, if you know your balance is a little off, don't be frightened to use a surface or something that's going to give you support, whether it's a chair, I have a couch behind me, you can use a wall, anything that gives you a little support here. So the right leg is going to be the standing leg. With your breath, inhale, extend your left toes forward. And just see if you can gently lift the left toes up off the mat. Nice. The standing leg, keep the quadriceps tight, keep your glute nice and tight on the right side. Here is perfect. If you'd like to add on, maybe you pull the left knee a little higher or all the way up into the chest. Here is great. If you'd like to add on, maybe you start to straighten through this left leg. Core is nice and engaged, hip flex are working, quadriceps are working. Wherever you are is perfect. Hold it strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, nice and controlled. Just lower the left foot down. Nice. Shake out the legs if it feels good. Do a little dance. Take it to the other side. Nice, everybody. The left leg is the foundation. Again, use any support here you need to. Start by extending the right toes out in front of you. You can be right here tonight. That's perfect. Or if you'd like to add on, start to extend the right toes forward. Maybe you pull the right knee into the chest. Maybe you start to straighten through the right leg. Just find a variation that works in your body. The standing leg. Keep that nice and straight before anything else. Find an unmoving spot. That'll help with your balance. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2. With control, lower the right foot down. Really nice, everybody. Again, shake out the legs. Anything that just lets everything feel just a little bit more natural. All right, team. So we're going to work into our next pose here tonight, tree pose. Knowing that your first option here is what we just did. If you would like to work with me, tree pose. Your right leg is going to be the standing leg. Sole of your left foot comes to the ankle. The calf above or below the knee, so away from the knee joint. So find a little place of shape that works here in your body. Nice. Whatever you found is perfect. You can use the walls or your support here for a little balance. Or you can bring the arms down beside you, thumbs to the chest, or you can grow your branches into any shape that expresses how you feel here tonight. Wherever you are, think of this left knee opening wider. Push this left foot as firmly as you can into the right leg. Keep the core nice and engaged. Keep the glutes nice and engaged. Whatever you're working with is perfect. Hold it strong for 5, 4, 3, 2. With control, pull the knee into the midline and lower the foot back down onto the mat. You did great, everybody. Shake out the legs if it feels good, or do a little dance, whatever feels best. And we'll simply take this to the other side. Left leg is the foundation. Again, sole of the right foot, ankle, calf, above or below the knee. If you're like me, you might like to use the right hand to move the leg into the particular part of the standing leg that works best here for you. Then what you do from here is entirely up to you. What you'll notice is that one side is just a little bit more balanced, challenged than the other. Be frightened to challenge yourself. The absolute worst thing that can happen here is you have to put a foot down, you have to put a hand down, let go of ego. It's how we grow in life. Don't be frightened to challenge things. Looking great, everybody. Wherever you are, hold it strong for 5, 4, 3, 2. With control, pull the knee into the midline and gently lower the right foot down. Nice, everybody. Shake out the legs, make it feel good. The rest of the practice, we're going to do down on our mat with some beautiful stretches and relaxing into the body. Alrighty, team. How you get to the mat is entirely up to you. What I'm going to offer here tonight is a little challenge through a squat. Separate your feet just a little wider than your hips. Bring your thumbs to your chest. Bend into your knees like you're sitting down into a squat. How you get to the mat here from here is entirely up to you. Use your hands here for support as you need to. Keep bending into the knees. Keep bending into the knees. Keep bending into the knees. When it feels good, just simply lower your butt down onto the mat. Yeah, how you got there was perfect. Really nice job, everybody. Extend your legs long out in front of you and give them a little shake. Let's start with our left leg nice and long out in front of you. Pick up your right foot and bring your right foot over the left leg. My friends, a little tighter in the hips, stay in this shape. Those who are a little bit more open in the hips, you can bend your left knee and bring it to your outer right hip. Your right hand comes behind your back. Inhale. Reach the left arm nice and high towards the ceiling. Extend out through the side body. On the exhale, twist towards the right. So your crook of your left elbow can come around the knee. The elbow might come all the way over the knee. What tends to happen here is a couple of things. With some of us, we might lean back like this. Others, we tend to round through the body. See if you can keep the spine as long as you can. This right hand here is to support that action in the body. The other thing that might happen here is your right seat might lift up off the mat. See if you can soften that back down. That'll deepen the stretch both in the lower spine as well as the outer hip area. Keep breathing. This concept of inhaling to find space. Exhaling, soften into that space. Nice, everybody. With your breath, inhale, brings you back up in the center. Exhale, uncross the legs and extend the legs nice out in front of you. Let's give them a nice little shake again. Release any tension that you have. When it feels good, we'll simply switch out sides. So the right leg will be the extended leg. Pick up your left foot, bring it over the right leg. Here is perfect. Or, again, if you'd like to add on, tuck this right heel to the outer left hip. Your left hand comes behind the back for the length and support. Inhale, extend the right arm high. Lift your chest a little higher. Exhale, find your version of the twist. What you'll notice is that one side is just a little easier to get into than the other. If that's this side, explore it just a little deeper. If it was the other side, again, all we're looking for here is sensation. Never worry about the aesthetics of the pose. The wonderful thing about yoga is there's no first, no last, no winner, no loser. It's just your journey, your practice. Well, depending on what your beliefs and thoughts are, the yogic belief is that in your next life, you pick up your yoga practice exactly where you left off in your first life. So, in that belief, you're doing great. You're ready to go for your next one. Really nice, everybody. Take one more inhale wherever you are. On the exhale, come back in the center. Beautiful. Uncross the legs, extend the legs long out in front of you, and give them a nice little shake. Flex at your ankles. Take a little bend here into the knees. Inhale, find a nice long spine. On the exhale, hinge at your hips and start to reach your arms forward. Now, how far forward you reach your arms just depends on your flexibility here. Hands might slide down the mat. They might reach down the legs. They might start to reach towards your outer feet area. The only shape I'm trying to avoid here tonight There's this one here, where you're just trying to touch your toes with straight legs, and you put all this pressure on the spine. I'd rather you take a little bend into the knees. Any forward fold, which is this is, originates from the lower spine. So think length out of that part of the body, first and foremost. If you do have the flexibility, 4 straight legs here. Your progressions, once you grab a hold of the feet, is bring the elbows down. For my flexi bendies who need more, you can interlace your fingers, bring the hands all the way in underneath the soles of the feet, then bring the elbows down. And if you need more, you can bring your forehead down in between your shins. Just find the range of motion that works here in your body. If your practice looks different from my practice, that's great. It doesn't make yours better than mine or mine better than yours. We're just different stages in our journey. Really lovely, everyone. Wherever you are, the inhale brings you back up in the center. Take a little bend in the knees if they're not already. Reach the arms forward. And then as slowly as you can through your core, gently, gently release your whole spine down onto your back. Really nice, everybody. When you get there, pull the knees into the chest. Take a slightly different version of a twist here this evening to finish off with. Plant the soles of the feet down onto the mat, and then bring your feet as wide as your mat. Bring your left ankle over the top of your right knee. Extend the arms long back behind you. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, drop both knees to the left. So the inner right knee is reaching down. You're on the inside of your right foot, and the outer left knee is coming down. If you'd like to add on here, with the arms long back behind you, grab a hold of your right elbow with your left hand. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, now lean the body weight across to the left side, and you should feel a beautiful deep stretch through the right side of the body. Depending where you hold your tension will determine where you feel the sensation of the stretch. So you can soften the outer right shoulder down. In eyes open or eyes closed. Find your space. Nice, everybody. The inhale brings you back up in the center. Uncross the legs, release any bind you have with the arms, and we'll simply switch outside. So the sole of the left foot comes to the outside edge of your mat. The right ankle comes across the top of the left knee. The arms reach nice and long back behind you. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, this time drop both knees to the right. So you'll be on the inner part of your left foot. The outer right knee will be coming down. The inner left knee will be coming down. If you like the side body stretch, bring your right hand towards your left elbow and then gently pull the left side of your body towards the right side. Again, each side will feel different. On this side, I really feel this through my outer hip on the left side. Feel this up into the left side of my core, so my outer obliques. Keep breathing. Very nice, everybody. The inhale brings you back up in the center. Pull both knees back into the chest and give them a nice tight squeeze. Now, last little shape we're working here this evening is plant the sole of your left foot down on the mat. Bring your right ankle across the top of your left knee. Stretching through the outer right hip area. Right hand can come to the right knee and push the knee away from you, or bring the right hand in between your legs, reach for the hamstring or the shin, and lower the back of the head down. Settle here into the shape. I want you to think of these actions in the body. Firstly, the right knee getting a little further away from you. Secondly, the sacrum, so the flat bone at the base of the spine, just getting a little closer to the mat. Lastly, if you have any bind, then pull the left knee closer towards you. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. And we'll simply switch out sides. So plant the sole of the right foot down, left ankle over the right knee. And find the variation that works for you on this side. Left hand pushes into the left knee, or maybe left hand threads the needle, reaches for the hamstring or the shin. Keep flexing at the left ankle. What that does is it protects the knee joint. This is a beautiful stretch for the piriformis, glute medius, IT band, TFL. All parts of the body that get very tight very easily, especially in these cold winter months as well. Inhale. Exhale, release. Nice, everybody. Right back to where we started. Pull both knees into the chest. Give them a nice tight squeeze. The last shape we're working into here tonight is called Ananda Balasana, or happy baby pose. I'm going to turn my back of my head towards you so you can see how I get into it. Step the soles of the feet towards the sky. Bring the elbows to the inside of the knees, forearms to the front of the shin, and reach for the outside edges of your feet with your hands. Now, if you prefer to grab a different part of the foot, the ankle, the shin, the hamstring, then let that happen. Make it feel good in your body. And I want you to be organic or intuitive here. Just find any movement that feels good. You rock and roll from side to side. Maybe you find a place of stillness. You're plenty open to work into a straddle if that's in your practice, straightening through one or both legs. Just intuitively make it feel good in your body. Once you feel like you have all the movement you need out of the shape, come back in the center. Pull your knees into your chest and curl up into a little ball. Make the little ball as tight as you can. Knees and chin to the chest, the forehead to the knees. Take a deep inhale and consciously try to tense as many muscles in the body as you absolutely can, and pause. Keep pausing. Keep pausing. Exhale, release everything, Shavasana. Send the heels to the top corners of your mat. Let your feet splay out wide. Tuck the shoulder blades in underneath your chest to elevate the heart space a little higher towards the ceiling. Let the arms be wide. Allow your palms to face up to receive all the energy and the benefits of your practice. Close the eyes if they're not already. Find complete surrender here by releasing your tongue off the roof of your mouth and completely let go. Just breathe. Work hard to get yourself into this beautiful shape. Just allow yourself to take these next few breaths just for you. Relax. Let go. Start to make the next breath just a little bit more conscious and aware. Bring some movement to your fingers, your toes, your wrists, and your ankles. Bend your knees, plant the soles of the feet down onto the mat, and connect your hands to your body. Finding this connection to yourself, connection to love, connection to purpose. Using your right arm as a pillow, gently roll to your right side. In your own time, come to have an easy seat at the top of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed. Making your palms to your heart and bowing your chin to your chest. Acknowledging your practice, this beautiful community, your place of purpose, your intention. Keeping your eyes closed, raise your head, inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Keeping your eyes closed, make your thumbs to your third eye center, your place of enlightenment and seat of intuition. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Om shanti shanti shanti. With love, with gratitude. Namaste. As always, team, thank you so much for letting me share my practice with you both tonight and throughout the series. I hope everybody has enjoyed it as much as I have. I love working with this group, this community, seeing so many wonderful and familiar faces every week. As Adam said right at the beginning, this class and all the other classes are available on YouTube. Feel free to take them in your own time whenever you would like to. Most importantly, please stay safe, please stay warm, please stay well. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, everybody.